Hello. Okay, I am going to show you how to crochet this beautiful tight stitch pattern. It's really tight, and as you can see, I can stretch it and you can't see through it. And that's the back side, and this is the front side. It's really pretty, I think. The only thing that I can do with this kind of stitch that I know of is like make a scarf. This is what I'm working on right now, and it's not very wide. But the reason why it is like that is because for this stitch you're going to be using the crochet hook, and whenever you're stitching it, the loops will loop around this crochet hook, and of course your crochet hook is only so long, so it only goes that far, that long, and so that's why it's kind of, I don't really know what else to do with it except for to make a scarf. Maybe somebody else knows how to do other things with it, but I'm going to show you how to do the pattern anyways. And what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start with from the very beginning, showing you how to chain in case you don't know how to do a chain, and then start the first row and then go on from there. And I'm going to be doing it in sections. Like I will show you how to chain and start the first row on one video, and then go on to the next row in another video, so you get the general idea. But what I'm going to be showing you is with this gray thread here. And the first thing that you need to do, I probably should show you. I'm going to be using a crochet hook. It's a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, or an I crochet hook. It's a little bit thicker, and that's what I'm going to be using to crochet this with. And that's what I have been using for that pattern that I just showed you. Now, what you have to first do is take the yarn and make a slip knot. And so I'm just going to show you real quick how to do that. Just take 2 fingers, wrap the yarn around your 2 fingers like that, and then you're going to grab the yarn, pull it through the knot like this, and then you're just going to, kind of tug on it a little bit, and there you have a slip knot. And I like my strings, my bottom string, or the string I'm not going to be working with, to be kind of long, and I don't know why, I just do it like that. And then I'm going to grab a hold of my yarn, not the one with the end that's cut off here, but the piece I'm going to be working with. I grab a hold of it, and I use my 2 bottom fingers, pinky and ring finger, and just do like this and hold on to it really tight. And then I'm going to take my other finger and I'm going to go underneath and hold it like that. And that's how I hold my yarn, and it works really good for me. Now what I do is I take my thumb and my middle finger, and I hold on to the base of my whatever I'm crocheting. So I'm going to hold on to my slip knot with my thumb and my middle finger really tight, and I'm going to start chaining. And for this pattern that I'm showing you, you chain 34, or make 34 chains. And so what you do is really easy. You just grab onto the crochet hook. I use this, and you just have your thread or your yarn, and you take your crochet hook and you go over top of the yarn. So it looks like this. And then you just move the crochet hook around to where the yarn is on top, and then where the yarn gets hooked underneath this hook here. And then you just pull it through gently through this loop that's on your crochet hook, and just pull it through really gently like that. And there you've crocheted one chain. So that counts as one. And so what you gotta do is you're going to make 34 of those, and then after I get finished with that, we're going to start on the first row coming backwards. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to go ahead and chain 34. So again, you go over the yarn and bring it over like this, grab onto it with the hook, and pull it through the very next loop like that. And I'm going to show you a close-up so you can see a little bit better. This camera isn't the best, and you're going to go like, go like this and pull through like that. And again, you're going to go over the yarn, bring the hook around, and you might need to move your fingers up the chain to get it through. And what you don't want to do though is you don't want to have everything, you don't want to grab onto everything really super tight, because like for instance, if you have the yarn too tight right here, then it's going to be hard to get it through, and you're going to be sitting there trying to wiggle it through really hard. So just, you know, once you get going with this, it's going to become more natural to when you need to loosen up your fingers and what you need to do. But to go on with this, you're just going to go over over the yarn like this, bring that around, and then come through that loop. And you don't have to worry about chaining these really tight. Loose is fine, just, not too loose, not like that loose or anything like that, but fairly loose. I mean, that's fine, good enough to work with. So, anyways, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, we've chained 4, and we'll continue because we've got to get to 34. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34. Okay. So this is what our chain looks like. We have stitched 34 chains, and this is going to be our base of what we're going to be working with. So for the next part, you are going to start, you're going to work backwards from this using this chain, and it's really easy, because all you're going to do is you're going to be inserting your crochet hook into the chain hole, which I'm sure if you look at it you can see really good, your chain hole, and just grabbing up the yarn and pulling it through. And I'm going to show you how to do it. It's really easy, but what we're going to start with is whenever you look down at your chain, you are going to start in the second from the first chain hole. That's where you're going to start at. So I'm going to pick back up the yarn and get it ready. Okay, so the first chain you skip and you go into the second hole and you do it like this. Go into it and you're going to have 2 loops on your crochet hook. Then you go underneath the yarn, grab the yarn and pull it through the first, just that one loop, like so. And then you have 2 loops on your crochet hook. Then you're going to just take your thumb and kind of hold on to them. You don't have to do them tight, but you can move them back and forth. And then you're going to insert your crochet hook into the very next chain. So I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to take this out so I can show you. Okay, so you have so you can see right there that this is what your first chain hook or hole that you're working through, and the next one that you're going to go to is this one right here, and you're going to insert your crochet hook into that hole. Okay, so you're just going to go all the way down the whole entire length of the chain, just like that. So I'm going to get this back on here real quick. Okay, so now you have 2 loops on your crochet hook, and you're going to hold on to them with your thumb and go into the very next chain hole. Just real easy like that. You're going to go underneath the yarn and pull it through that hole. Now you have 3 loops on your crochet hook. Then you're going to hold on to those and go into the very next chain hole. Just real nice and easy. Hold on to your chain with your thumb and your middle finger, just like that. Give you some support. Go underneath the yarn and come through that chain hole, and then you have 4. And I'm going to show you one more time. Go through the next chain hole, the very next one, go underneath, and come through that one hole. Now you have 5 loops on your crochet hook. Really easy. And then you're just going to continue all the way down the length of the chain till you get to the last one. And then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do this all the way down. And then whenever I get to the bottom, I'm going to show you what you have to do at that end, and then it gets reversed. Well, you don't reverse the stitch or anything like that, but you then make your way back to the right again. So I'm going to show you how to do that, but first I'm going to go ahead and finish doing this, and then I will go on to that.